Born into a poor farming family, he clawed his way through the chaos of war and rose to the very top of Japan. His name was Hideyoshi Toyotomi. The man who rose from peasant to ruler risked everything to build Osaka Castle. But the castle holds a hidden side few people truly know. It was a fortress built to protect his family, and a stage where his dreams collapsed when trust was lost. Why did he place everything on this one castle? And why does Osaka Castle still capture our imagination today? Hideyoshi Toyotomi, the man who built Osaka Castle, came from the humblest beginnings and rose through the ranks by serving the revolutionary warlord Nobunaga Oda. With his quick wit and unmatched charm, he climbed the ladder of power until he stood on the verge of unifying the entire nation. Building Osaka Castle was his way of declaring to the world, "I am the ruler now." But Hideyoshi's strength wasn't just in battle. He had an uncanny ability to read people, win them over with words, and above all, to put on a show. While Nobunaga ruled through fear and force, Hideyoshi took the opposite path. He inspired loyalty through trust, admiration, and vision. His greatest power was creating hope, making people believe, "Follow this man, and the future will be bright." Hideyoshi's vision for Osaka Castle went far beyond military strength. He adorned it with golden roof tiles, gilded statues, and even a gold-covered tea room, each detail meant to dazzle. To him, beauty was power, grandeur was influence, and the castle was his stage. When foreign envoys or rival lords visited, the first thing they saw was gold, blinding, brilliant gold. He watched their reactions with satisfaction. To Hideyoshi, politics was theater, and every guest was part of his audience. Surrounding the castle, he built an enormous town, one that soon became the center of commerce in Japan. People, goods, and ideas flowed in from across the country. Markets buzzed with merchants, and boats lined the rivers, delivering supplies right to the castle walls. Osaka wasn't just a stronghold, it became the beating heart of politics, economy, and culture. Hideyoshi's power wasn't just seen in his armies, it was visible in every street, every market, every stone that formed his city. In his later years, Hideyoshi shaped Osaka Castle into a future home for his heir. He arranged for private quarters and spaces where his wife could carry on her daily routine in dignity. To him, the castle was not only a symbol of power, it was a family space where life continued. Within its walls, life unfolded beyond war. Daily routines, conversations, hopes. When Hideyoshi fell ill and passed away, his successor was just 7 years old. The castle changed again, no longer a refuge for his vision, but now the center of political intrigue. It was an era where the hopes he left behind were quietly tested, and Osaka Castle shifted from being a fortress of dreams to a crossroads of ambition. After his death, Osaka Castle faced not one, but 2 sieges. The first winter siege tested his castle's clever defenses, and it held. A truce was reached, but behind that peace lurked a hidden trap. In the days before the battle resumed, his young heir gathered his retainers and pledged, "We will hold this castle as a family together." Osaka Castle, for a moment, remained the fortress of a family bound by loyalty. The condition for peace was the filling in of the outer moat. A moat, an essential barrier designed to halt the enemy's approach. What began as a symbolic gesture soon turned real. Inner moats and secondary moats were filled in completely. Osaka Castle lost its protection. It became defenseless. And then came the fateful summer, when the second siege struck. Without its moat, the castle was no longer a fortress. Amid fierce combat, its towers burned, and his heir and beloved wife ended their lives. Osaka Castle burned, and with it, the Toyotomi legacy disappeared from history. A family's sanctuary fell with them. Their story ended within these walls. Later, a new ruler ordered the reconstruction of Osaka Castle. But it wasn't a mere repair. Hideyoshi's original castle was buried deep below, and a brand new fortress began on top. It was as if the old memories were sealed shut, while inscribing a new era above ground. This reconstruction wasn't about erasing the past, it was about building the future. Osaka Castle carried Hideyoshi's shadow, yet emerged as the symbol of a new regime. As Japan entered modern times, the castle grounds served the military. But after the war, local citizens rose up to breathe new life into it. Through their donations, a concrete castle tower was rebuilt in the 1930s, soaring into the Osaka skyline once more. Remarkably, the castle survived even major conflicts unscathed. In peacetime, it was transformed into a museum and public park for everyone to enjoy. Osaka Castle still carries its share of eerie legends and ghostly tales. People say armored samurai ghosts wander near bridges at night, and strange moans echo by certain gates. These stories speak of a dark truth. Lives were offered during construction, buried alive as living pillars beneath the stones. It's a chilling reminder of sacrifice, yet there's more. Nearby stands a huge stone feared for curses, but also reverenced by many for its power to grant wishes if touched earnestly. Osaka Castle is not just a structure, it's a place that still speaks. It carries the voices of history and the memories of countless souls. Osaka Castle is not just a building, it's the living shape of one man, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and his dreams, ambitions, and love for his family. His life was a rise from the humblest origin, an artistry in staging power, and the realization of a vision shared with loved ones. When you walk through the castle today, every tile, every stone seems to speak. Osaka Castle holds the silent echoes of dreams, prayers, tears, and resolve, even now. That is why, no matter how many times it is visited, it continues to enthrall the heart.